What?
Are you gonna have to hold it again?
I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. Okay. How's it going, everyone? So glad you could make it. We're live again. And I'm going to be holding. Zule, how you doing? Pine City Apiary. Paul, how's it going? Oh, you got to turn that off. Tony, how's it going? Glad you could make it. Watch, I'm going to disappear. See, you gotta. Bub, how you doing? Chris and Darlene, how's it going? Everyone see us and hear us okay? How are we coming through on that end? Jeff from Jeff's Homestead, how's it going? UT, how's it going? Glad you could make it. Brainstorm Acres. We're coming to you live from the top of the roof. Or top of the RV roof. The rain roof is just over that way. That's awesome. I'll try not to do this. Camera's over here. So, glad everyone could make it here. Of course, this was a big week for us. Finished up the rainwater harvesting system.
Woo.
It was pretty exciting.
Finally.
That took us
a couple tries,
a long time if you think kind of like building the roof, doing all the plumbing and everything like that. I look tired, Patty? Yeah, maybe. I might be a little tired. And this is very exciting. It's very exciting. I don't know if you guys can see all around us here, but I don't know if you can see, there are clouds. We could see some rain, right? We could get rained on. How exciting was that? You guys could see the rainwater harvesting system live in action. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, jeez.
Oh, you touched it.
I touched
Don't
it.
touch it.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. That was my bad. Okay, I think we're good again.
There's something. Is that a cow? Something making weird sounds.
Live rain would be awesome, except if we're on the roof.
And hopefully no lightning.
Is that what you're worried about, lightning strikes?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I'll just catch it. Ka-chai! Whoa, ka! See, okay, I'm holding it. I'm holding it because I can't not do that. Do the get up challenge as a rain dance. Well, I might have to. Because we're gonna need some rain soon.
Hi, Laura.
Whoa.
So it's hot and humid there.
Yeah, well, no, it's pretty. It's not too bad over here. Huh?
It's a little bit of humidity.
A little bit of humidity. But the temperatures, it was hot. It was pretty hot earlier in the day. Desert Horizons, how's it going? So yes, Jeff. I think I saw that comment. There is a delivery service for water very close to here. Very close to where you are. Maddox and Sons.
Yep.
Check them out. Bruce Sidney Gardner, how's it going? Glad you could make it.
What's the temperature right now? It's like low 80s, or no, high 80s, probably low 90s.
Yeah, I'm always a little off kilter, brainstorm makers. Is there anything specific that you're referred to? Oh yeah, maybe the whole setup here. Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird because it's just a phone.
Don't
Ow!
touch it.
What advice would you give before moving to Arizona? Before moving to Arizona. Actually, we're kind of putting together a video on that, huh?
Kind of our experiences buying land.
Things to think about when buying land. Is there anything specific you're looking for? What advice for Arizona? I don't know. Definitely check. I don't know. You plan on doing any water harvesting out there? Definitely check on what part of Arizona, because
Yeah, it can be very different depending on where it is.
yeah, the rainfall can vary in different parts of the state.
And I mean, there's different, what do you say, like climates almost. Like northern
Yes.
Arizona can get pretty cold. They can get a lot of snow, kind of up near the Grand Canyon, Flagstaff area. Other parts can be
Central Arizona is hot.
very hot, very dry.
That's exactly what people think of when people think of Arizona. They think of Central Arizona, the hot, the dryness. We're here in the southern Arizona. It's oh my gosh, look at this. It's a lot cooler. It's about 10 degrees cooler than Central Arizona. It we can get snow here during the winter. It gets cold. It can be the temperatures at night can reach into the teens.
Yeah, so I'd say, like, if you're thinking about a certain area, definitely go visit first.
Definitely check it out.
How many gallons of water do we have so far?
That we've collected?
Yeah.
I'd say altogether, what, maybe 600-700 gallons
You think so?
between the main tanks, the first flush tanks. No, I'd say,
And the hacienda?
and the hacienda. Maybe we're close to 1,000, huh?
Mm.
Yeah, maybe close to 1,000. We're gonna go with 1,000. But it's just a guess, really.
Is land cheap here?
Thanks for stopping in, Homestead and the hard way. We appreciate it. Is land cheap? That's the
Yeah.
question? Oh, yeah. Land is, well, it depends. Okay. When we bought our land, 40 acres, is 15 grand. Which is,
Just a little over.
yeah, which is, for 40 acres, 15 grand, that's pretty good.
I haven't seen much like that cheap.
Yeah, and then, but now,
This is raw land.
raw land. But now there's a plot over a couple of ways. I think they wanted close to 30 grand for that 40 acres. And yeah, so it depends on who's selling it, I think. How much water do we consume a month? Well, that's with 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 good showers. Well, we don't take showers here. No, I'm just kidding. Um, Chris from Single Dad Homesteading, how's it going? Our water use is actually pretty low, and that's well. I mean, we don't have too much of a garden quite yet, but as that builds up, our water use will go up. And but of course, we take obviously the composting toilet helps with that a bit. But what were you estimating on that?
Maybe 20 to 30 gallons a day.
20 to 30 gallons a day.
I see lightning.
uh, well, thanks, Chris. We appreciate that. I think you had a question too, didn't you, Chris? What are the restrictions like? That's a good question, Chris. Cochise County is probably one of the better counties in Arizona if you are looking to do kind of like an off-grid homesteading type thing. Am I right? Because although there are restrictions and stuff like that, for a first-time owner builder, you can do an opt-out, which you don't have inspections, which pretty much means you can kind of you can pretty much kind of do mostly whatever you want without the county coming down on you. It's the only thing is septic and setbacks. That's the only thing they check for, really. And even with the septic, you can kind of, if you're looking to do a compost.
Yeah, we found a way that we can still do that.
A little bit of a loophole.
Yep.
Septic's the only thing that they'll come and inspect. Wilma, how's it going? Ann and Andy's homestead, how's it going? Country girl, how's it going? CG.
Egypt wants to know what we did before this.
Oh, we're gonna talk about the before times?
The before.
Mama Grows Kathleen, how's it going? Glad you could make it. Okay, do you want to go first, or should I?
Me? Well, I was a medical transcriptionist for quite some time.
Yeah, how many years was that?
Like 10 years.
Long time. And that actually, her job, being able to work online, was super helpful. It helped us to move to it helped us move to Arizona, and two, it helped us to move here. It was it's just to help to get a little bit of income just to kind of get us started. So that was really nice. Me, I worked at Coca-Cola for quite a number of years, for a number of years before moving. And I started out as a part-time merchandiser, went to a full-time merchandiser, got my own stores, went into, then I went into working as a machine operator inside the plant, bottling up all the Coca-Cola. I see that, bub. I see that. And then I went into the quality assurance department, and that was fun.
You got to drink a bunch of soda.
Could drink soda all day long, and it was my job. Oh, yeah. But that was really cool though, because working there, it allowed us to get some of the barrels that we have, and a bunch of the IBC totes.
That was cool.
Yeah. Definitely check out your local bottlers if you're looking for any water storage containers, because they might have programs like that. Just tell them you're looking to do it for water harvesting. Todd, Did they test you for Pepsi? Uh, yeah, they get pretty serious about that. Like, don't ever let if you're
Oh
working for
yeah.
one of the company, if you're working for Pepsi or Coke, don't let them see you drinking some sort of the competition. By the way, I used to watch a lot of YouTube when I was quality assurance. That's where I got all my YouTube and ideas. Shh, that's just between us. I'm just kidding. It wasn't a secret.
How much do we have invested in the solar and our the big water tanks?
Everything. Everything's invested in that. So money wise, we're talking about.
Probably, yeah.
So for the solar setup, just talking about like the panels and the equipment and all that. That all that was about 15 grand, approximately. Batteries are expensive. The water tanks, I think we got for just over 3,000 for the two. I feel like, and yeah, I got checked online, but sometimes you can find them cheaper depending on where you look online. I think I got it from National Tank Outlet.
Considered getting them from Mexico, right?
Yeah, and that could still possibly be a possibility. Get some Mexican tanks. Hey, Bub, the beer factory thing. I know people that work at beer factories. A lot of people that worked at Coke worked at beer factories, and guess what? Yeah, you gotta drink. It's what they do there. The city stead's here. Josh, how's it going? Wait, what'd you say? I gotta see that again. Manure factory? Okay, maybe we need to know more about that. Favorite beer? Well, I'll tell you one thing. We don't really drink out here. I guess if I had a favorite beer, I guess maybe I would say I can't even think of a beer to say was my favorite beer. That's not good.
Like a Miller or Light or something. I don't
Later, she's gone country farms. Appreciate you stopping in.
know. Are we gonna get a filter?
Filter. Right now we are using a Berkey filter for all of our drinking water needs. But we'll probably set up a more robust filtration system at some point. We got some of the basics covered, like screens over our downspouts. No light can get into the water system at all. Um, it's set up in a way so no light can get into the tank. So it should be pretty safe, but you can never be too careful.
And the Berkey does a really good job filtering.
How is the shower? Todd, I can't tell you how it's like to shower with rainwater yet. We don't quite know that. In fact, that tank is really still a mix of. May have a little bit of rainwater in it,
Yeah, it's a mix still.
but it's still probably mostly delivered water. Any aquaponics in the future? Yeah, I think there might be. I think actually, you do have a plan for aquaponics, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I've kind of played around with it before. It's like a very small system, but it was very cool.
Yeah, Dahlia's got it. She remembers.
Yeah.
Aquaponics. That is definitely something we want to implement out here.
How cool would that be?
And everything's gonna go into the ground. Everything's gonna go below ground. So more digging.
I think secretly you just love digging, so you look for reasons to do it.
I can't deny that. I can't deny that. wind power in the future. Probably not. Probably not.
I don't like wind.
I well, it does get windy out here, but the thing is, it's not quite as reliable as solar power. Um,
I'd say like down the road might be a good thing to consider as like a backup. I've looked into like how to build wind turbines, and that would be interesting to try.
maybe, and there's always the possibility. Smith Family Ranch, how's it going? Glad you could be here. Yeah, there's always the so possibly wind generated electricity, maybe, but definitely passive uses of solar. Is the wind getting loud over there? We can take this. Can you guys still hear us?
Yeah, wind just picked up.
Yeah, it just kind of picked up. Really, Chris? Well, we'll have to check into that. Yeah, we're on the roof. It's really the worst place to be to avoid wind. We're in the possibly windiest place, and of course we're on a cell phone, so yeah, whatever little wind's blowing is gonna pick it up. Oh yeah, you like the scenery? That's nice. We're loving it. I can take that. I can take half gopher. I'm getting pretty good at digging, honestly, aren't I? Yeah, she's gonna say that because I'll just yell the whole time. Do we play any video games? You know, I used to a lot. Sometimes I play games on the phone every once in a while, but kind of gotten out of that a little bit. Man, I used to be big into video games back in the day. Remember? Anyways, yeah. Sometimes I do. Yeah, you gotta speak up when the mic's on. Should we try getting down from here? Maddox Concrete, is that who we get the water from? Yeah, Maddox and Sons. Maddox and Sons, they do just about everything there. You get your concrete, your gravel, even water. And water is free. It is absolutely free. It's just they just charge you for delivery. So whatever it is to like get there and get back, that's how much. Unless you go pick it up. If you go pick it up, then it's almost completely free. I think it's like $10. So like if you can take a tank over there, get it filled up, $10. Not bad.
How did we find our land?
That was this on the list, or did we just happen to come across it on the list? I think it was on the list, wasn't it?
I think I found a listing online.
Yeah, that was actually, and I think we're going to talk a little bit about this in our video coming up Monday. But we ended up putting together a whole list just from online sources, correct?
Yeah. So just listings, things that were like property tax defaults, and then just driving around and seeing like for sale signs too. We checked some out.
Yeah. You can hear me okay? You can't really hear her too well? We're going to have to start yelling.
Well,
Or we have to get down from the roof, one of the two.
I don't know how to yell.
Do you think easy? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about the hashtags. We started using hashtags, but I don't know if that's helped. Definitely the tags in the video descriptions, I think, definitely helps. That's one of the cool things. I don't know if any of you guys. I seen that city stud. I seen that. Um, what was I just talking about? I completely forgot what I was talking about.
I don't know. I'm not paying attention.
She's not listening. I'm glad. I hope you guys are listening because she's not listening. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I was talking about. I don't know if you guys have seen one of our videos is blowing up. We used to have our most viewed video, which is DIY shed double doors. Now we have a new contender for our most watched video, and that was the rainwater harvesting. And man, that one's kind of blowing up. What are we at? What was the last thing? It's I think it's over 7,800 views. So man, that was incredible. And thanks everyone who's watched that, who's commented on that video. Man, that's buffering. Oh no! Oh no! Dang it! We're just using mobile internet. That's all we got out here. So unfortunately, that's what we got. We can't do it on the computer because our hotspot data is limited.
How big is our system?
It is. We have 15 320 watt panels. 2 inverters. So like, let's say we're drawing a bunch of power. We got a nice bright sunny day. We could get 3,000 watts when when the sun's out. But we can draw a lot of power. So we can actually probably draw 7,000 continuous watts from both of those inverters. Yeah, we might have to try something. I was hoping this worked. Maybe all weird. Chris, thanks so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. If it's getting too bad, guys, just let me know. Maybe we'll have to cut it out early or something like that. I don't want you guys hanging around if we're all like, because there's no point of the other questions. If it gets really bad, I'm scared of
Scorpion.
Did you like that robot impression? Scorpion population?
I haven't seen too many.
No. We've seen like maybe a few over the course of like the time we've been out here, a little over a year. But sometimes it's gotten close. Like I'll reach my hand down to the ground. I think when I was by one of the fence posts, I was reaching down, and then the scorpion comes out. I was like right by my hand. I was like, whoa!
Yeah, and they hide under rocks and stuff. And when we were making those gabions, like picking up the rocks, you gotta wear gloves. I almost picked up a scorpion.
Don't pick things up. Don't just go. Sometimes we've seen some black widows out here. Do we tilt our panels? No. I actually built those racks so they could be tilted, but I decided that tilting solar panel racks may have been a bad idea, because I don't want that flying around in the wind. So I just put it at the optimal angle for sunlight year round, and I was just like, you know what, just go at it. Do we have lots of snakes? We do have snakes. We've seen a number of rattlesnakes out here.
A lot of them were like in the spring.
Kind of in the spring. I think we've caught, how many did we catch over our times here? I think we caught like 4 last year or something like that. A couple this year, made of six rattlers
At least.
at least. What do they say, Amber? Like over the course of your lifetime, you eat like 8 spiders or something like that. The first time we saw a rattlesnake, we were freaking out, right? Because it's your first time seeing a rattlesnake. But now, I think the last time we saw one, Grace was still out here, and she was like, "Oh, there's a rattlesnake outside my door," and then rattlesnakes in Minnesota, really? Well, I guess they're everywhere, right? But we got the baddest and meanest of them all. We started getting that rain, and we had that trench, mud daubers where,
I guess.
but they do take care of pests.
Yeah.
Is it bad, Dahlia? Everyone's dropping out. Yeah, no more high-pitched screams. Just the once. Yeah, we've caught all the rattlesnakes ourselves. Hmm.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Sounds like everyone's buffering and we're pixelating. Ugh. Irene, my permaculture garden. Glad you could
Hey.
stop in. Oh, good to know. Good to know. Got any questions?
Do you have easy access to the property?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. That's one of the good things, when we were going touring Cochise County for land, there were so many places that were incredibly hard to get to. Some of the roads here are so bad. When we found this place, we were like, you know what? We got to go for it because it's Davis Road is a big road over here, and then we go to Cocopelli. They're pretty. It's dirt gravel roads off here, but it's actually not too bad getting there compared to a lot of the roads around here. What's your favorite part? Good question. What's your favorite part of being off grid? I'll tell you, with me, and I'll say it's a little bit of that freedom, taking kind of control over, taking more control over your own lives, and just being a little bit more resilient, kind of relying on yourself a little bit more in order to get by.
Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah,
I'd
but
say
what you gotta say?
your
Gotta have a different.
answer.
She's gotta. Well, thanks, Anna. We appreciate you stopping in.
Oh. Should we go over what the problem was with the wet system and why we changed that?
So a lot of people had questions because I kind of thought I answered it in that video, but I think a lot of people still had questions. And the wet system did work, kind of. We were getting water from both downspouts into the tanks, but it wasn't It wasn't what it should be, and it was overflowing. It wasn't going into the tank fast enough, so it was backflowing from those pipes.
Yeah, it was fine for lighter rains, but not for those really big downpours.
When that downpour came, it was just way too much for the. I think, like I said, I think it was all those 90 degrees. I had like 7 of them in there,
Yeah.
and they were hard 90s too. They weren't like those sweeping 90s. So it was just like clack, 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 clack.
Yeah, so every time the water hits those, it just slows it down.
So, I was just like, water as we can. So, I just like, what, up to 190 per pipe.
Yeah, and well, the reason we originally wanted to do the wet system was just to get the pipes out of the way, so we didn't have them like overhead,
Right,
kind of getting in the way of anything.
right.
And
We just thought, because we're still not 100% sure where where any of those tanks are going to go. Um, so we wanted the pipes as much out of the way as possible.
and Brad Lancaster has a really cool wet system too,
Mm-hmm.
and that was kind of an inspiration, like seeing his property and what he's done.
Yeah, absolutely. Brad Lancaster, if you haven't checked out his books and you're looking to water harvest, I would definitely recommend checking that out. Chris, no water restrictions here in Arizona as to how much you can capture. Um, in fact, Arizona is it's pretty good about water harvesting. That's very much encouraged. Do you guys get any freeze down there? There might. Yeah, we do get freezes. Um,
Not real hard freezes. So, like in the winter, we'll get freezing temperatures at night or early morning, and then things thaw out.
but we still have to be careful. That's why I wanted to bury the pipes a couple of feet down, just to avoid any possible freezes with the wet system. Of course, with the piping the way it is now, we don't have to worry about that at all. Right. There's some kind of question that we missed that I don't know. Seems like someone's upset. Yeah, and I gotta scroll with the questions on the phone. I didn't mean to pet you.
Which of you is the least enthused about a change to off grid living? I think we're both pretty excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no. Yeah, I don't think either of us had an issue with it. In fact, it was pretty much your idea. And this question was whether you need permits for everything you do. Yes. Yes, for everything you do, you need permits for it, pretty much. Yes. Yes. Don't get what you can get around it though is when you submit your original permit, you can put 5 other ancillary structures on there. And then that can all be part of the opt-out.
Well, I think you can have smaller structures without a permit, right?
Yeah, that's right. Under 200 square feet.
Yeah.
But keep that in mind, yeah. Yeah, I didn't do much camping as a kid. You did quite
I
a bit,
did some.
Yeah. No.
You're like an inside child.
A little bit. CB's Greenhouse and Garden, welcome. Minimum square feet requirement for a house there. I don't think there's a minimum, is there?
I don't think so.
But it can't have wheels. Your house cannot have wheels. Oh, yeah. And the 200 square foot does not apply also if there's electrical in there.
Mm-hmm. Or plumbing.
Or plumbing. Good point. How long are we living in? Well, we're probably. This is probably where we're gonna be. We've been here for a year and a half, and this is where we're gonna be living for the rest of our lives. Next in the garden, we have a garden question. What's next for the garden?
Not sure where to go from here with the garden.
Garden. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I have all the beds planted now.
CB says plants. Is that a good idea?
That's a great idea.
Maybe we'll try getting some plants in there. We still have a lot of work to do on the garden. That's basically just started, and man, it's been a lot of work just to even get it where. Yeah, straw bales is definitely something I think we want to try. I do want to try it anyway. What's your thought on straw bales? Keep in mind a bunch of straw bale gardeners here.
Yeah, that's something that.
Correct answer.
That's something I wanted to try before we even moved out here.
Wood citrus. Citrus probably would not grow super well out here. Maybe a little further north in central Arizona, citrus would do better.
Mm-hmm.
But we could probably try doing some citrus. Maybe the Myers lemon.
Yeah.
That's a popular one.
That would definitely work. Or I don't know, maybe we could create some microclimates.
Microclimates.
For citrus, I don't know.
Yeah, Amber, we still have just the one chicken. But she seems to be doing okay.
She's a tough chick.
You want to speak on that a little bit?
Yeah.
Sorry for petting you guys. Still.
So I'm thinking, and you can let me know what you guys think.
Those are rookie numbers, right, Dahlia?
I'm wondering if I could get some quail.
She didn't mean it. She didn't mean it. You know, we have the president of Chickenlandia here. What? And she's talking about quail.
But I'm wondering how that would work. If that would work.
It wouldn't. Quail might work.
Quail with her.
See, she fainted.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
Ah.
She's a strange chicken. And I don't know if you heard in was it the last video? She was like crowing like a rooster.
I know Dahlia caught that crow. She was like, what was that crow? Who was that crowing? Yeah,
Yeah.
our little hen crows. She was a very unique chicken right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry for you guys.
Getting seasick.
Yeah, sorry for moving you guys like that. Man, when she was a little chick, she was super adventurous. Out of all of them, we kept them in a box.
Well, a brooder. It's called a brooder.
It was a
Baby
cardboard
chick.
box. And she was the escape artist. She kept jumping out.
Well, she's gonna start exploring.
Yeah, she was an adventurous little one. And
Very curious.
yeah, the other chickens snuffed that out of her eventually. And even though she was the smallest chick, she wasn't at the bottom of the pecking order. Am I right?
No, well, kind of fluctuated.
Oh, I messed up on the terminology. What did I mess up on?
Brooder.
Oh, yeah. Cardboard box. She's not laying.
No, if she is, then she's eating the eggs, but there's no evidence of eggs.
She eating them?
She could be. I've caught her eating eggs before.
Those are our eggs. Stop eating them. Gonna get some quail, bub? Good birds, good birds. Tiny. Easy to take care of. Not as good as chickens, though, Dahlia. Not as good as chickens. Questions?
I like the wild quail out here.
Yeah, we already have quail out here. There is a ton of quail out here.
And kind of interesting, there's Gamble's quail in the area, but we don't really see them around the property. We have scaled quails, which they don't have those little, dongle things on top of their heads like some quail. They have they actually have crests, look like little mohawks, and they're really pretty. They're kind of gray and with these lacy, scales.
Imagine tiny little mohawk birds running around. How sweet is that?
And they scream.
Can you mimic that?
No.
Mimic the quail sound. Everyone wants to hear that.
That's your thing.
Hmm.
Making weird sounds.
I don't make weird sounds. Any good looking rocks?
Oh. Yeah. That was one of the coolest things when we first came out here, were all the rocks.
I saw a rock that looked like a steak once. Unfortunately, it wasn't a steak, and I bit into it. I was like, ah!
I got one down there. It looks like a piece of bacon.
Is our property fenced? It is fenced on 3 sides. Two sides, two sides were already fenced when we started, and then we had to fence one side. But we still have one side that we got to do, and we just haven't got to it yet.
Yeah, when's that gonna happen?
That's not a question I'm ready to answer at this point. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes those fences, sometimes they'll get around. We still have, we still have javelina that gets in, cows that get in. Well, we still have one side that needs to be fenced. But yeah, a lot of animals still get in, messing with our mulch basins. Random night cows.
I think like the fence would probably mostly be for the cows.
Electric fencing. We don't have any plans for electric fencing currently, but yeah, if we get animals down the road, that might be something that we do. The cow rap. What do we do for income? We don't do anything for income right now. We got some things going. We've designed. Excuse me. I'll just edit that out. Don't worry. We've designed some of our own shirts. We've designed all of our own shirts. We got a t-shirt store. Not that that brings in a whole lot of money. What else do we got going on? We got some pans in the fire, so to speak. YouTube. Yeah, YouTube doesn't necessarily bring in a ton of income value. Not necessarily stacks on stacks, but a surprising amount, I think, for how we've been only monetized. How long have we been monetized on YouTube? 4 or 5 months, maybe.
Yeah, it was more than I thought it was gonna be, but
Now, granted, I didn't. We still haven't gotten paid yet because I think I still got to set something up on there. But
it's there. And I mean, I guess we're slowly building like multiple income streams.
If YouTube paid millions, that would be nice.
Yeah.
What else do we got going on? We're planning on making some digital stuff.
Online stores.
Online stores is where it's at. Yeah. We're planning on making digital stuff so that people can send us money and then they'll get an electronic thing in return.
And odd jobs and farmers markets. It's gonna be the next thing.
Farmers markets is something we want to get into, and we'll be probably making stuff for that. We're probably making arts and crafts. It's kind of what we do.
Yeah, until we get some produce going.
But when we, well, yeah, but of course, produce. We want to be growing for us.
Yeah.
So that's our first main concern. One thing I don't want to do is grow a bunch of food to sell to other people to make money to buy food for the grocery store. That's not a system I want to get into. DIY Solar Homestead. Thanks so much. That was very nice for the super chat. We'll definitely keep singing and dancing because I like to have fun out here. Gotta have fun in the desert.
Oh.
What?
Bee baths.
Bee baths. What are we talking about? Bee baths.
People are gonna do bee baths.
What? That's awesome.
Will we grow?
Any questions?
Charlotte? Get any snow?
Whoa.
Yeah, last
Definitely,
winter.
definitely check out one of our older videos. We got, I think it was called Snow in the Desert, but we had snow a couple of times, a couple of decent snowstorms last winter, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was wild because we've lived in Arizona now for the better part of a decade. And in central Arizona, you don't see snow.
Mm-hmm.
So to have moved down here and to get those snowstorms, that was wild.
And we were in the it the previous winter, at least part of the winter, and we didn't get snow like that. So it took us by surprise.
But it was a very nice surprise. Beehives. We do want to have beehives out here eventually.
Mhm.
I think the beehives is definitely something we're gonna do. So we're getting down to that time. We don't want to keep you guys too long. I really hope. I know it was buffering really bad earlier, and I hope it wasn't too bad. Thanks for suffering through that and joining us. I hope that cleared up. But thanks so much, everyone, for stopping by, for chatting with us. It always means a lot when people takes time out of their day to come out here and hang out with us.
Yeah, it's been fun.
And hopefully next time you'll be able to hear us. Maybe there won't be so much wind. Wow,
Oh,
thanks
thank you.
thanks for the super chat. That's incredibly generous. All right, you guys have a great night, everyone. Thanks so much for stopping in. Bye.